guys? It is 8 o'clock now and I'm having breakfast. I'm not sticking to my intermittent fasting routine just because I feel that when I wake up early in the mornings and I need to sort of perform again. I'm in the Edition Hotel. It's just around the corner here and I'm training my clients there. I just want to make sure I've got the energy for the day, and you know, when you run like I mean, doing intermittent fasting, if you're not too active, that's fine, but because I'm leading this active lifestyle, I sometimes want to eat something, and like I said to you, it is about listening to your body rather than sticking to a regime. And if you stay in your calorie deficit, it doesn't really matter. Even you've seen it now with my weigh-in today as well. It's like 87.9, not a big deal. It's 20 past 8 and 8:30 I'm going to start with my personal training session in the Edition Hotel, so I'm on my way there right now. And afterwards I've decided to go back home because my next session is going to be at 3 o'clock, which means I've got a lot of time in between, and sometimes working from coffee shops is great, but at home I've got a proper desk and at least the internet is sort of reliable. So that's why I'm going to be going back home and starting to wrap up some stuff on the PC. If you like sort of loungy music and stuff, then coming to a hotel is really nice, especially working from a hotel is also a good alternative. So if you don't like coffee shops, you just go to a hotel and work from there. It works quite well in terms of work. No, I said work like 3 billion times. So I wanted to answer a question from Mike, and he says, how do you get over this thing of going to parties and family events where you see everyone else eat, but you know, you're not giving in? How do you do that? Well, the thing is, Mike, there's no magic to it. The magic is your brain, is your power of focus, is your end goal. Is that more important to you than the sort of immediate satisfaction of eating some food? And probably if you are like craving too much, let's say like the sweet foods or the savory foods or whatever you're craving, then your diet might also be a bit too strong in terms of calorie deficit, because you shouldn't feel like super hungry and having these cravings all the time. If you eat the right amount of foods, like the ones I'm talking about, like the ones without food labels, like bananas, broccolis, meat and chicken and stuff like that, you should get enough food in that you feel sort of full and satisfied. I know it's not easy that when you come into, it doesn't even have to be a family event where you see people, even if you travel and you walk past a donut shop or something, if this is something which you've been eating for a while, what happens in your brain is, you know, we've got a chemical called dopamine, and that is released. It's like a feel-good chemical, and that is linked to your experience of what you've been eating before. So let's say you like Coca-Cola or you like donuts, so every time you see it, peripheral means not even you stare at it, can trigger a feel-good chemical like dopamine, and that makes you feel like, oh, you know, you related a good feeling to that sort of food or whatever, and that makes you wanting to eat it. Now, the best way to overcome it is basically making sure that you had your main meal or your food before going to these events, so you don't go to these events that you're hungry. That's the first thing I would do. And the second thing is to really keep in your mind why you're doing this. Where are you going with it? What is your end goal? And really focus on that. And that should be enough to not give in. And then also, when people, because, I mean, think about it this way. One day, these people who are all at your family event or party or what, they will turn around, look at you and say, wow, Mike, how did you get that body shape? How did you manage to look that amazing? And that day you say, this is how I did it. You know, it's like, be proud of what you're doing. Be confident in what you're doing. It's not like you have to be ashamed of not eating or saying, I can't do this or not eat that. I do that all the time. When I go to restaurants, I say to them, please cook the chicken like this. I don't want butter in my broccoli. I don't want this. I don't want that. Can you bring me the spice? I ask them for loads of things when I'm in the restaurant. I never just order the meal like it is on the menu, because I know they're gonna make it just like, you know, however they want to, and that never suits me. So that's why you're the one in control, because you're paying the money for it. It's the same when you go to a party, really, at the end of the day, or a family event. You're the one who's in control and can say if you like it or not. So, a long answer for a short question. I hope it helped you guys. It's 9:30 now, finished my client. Like I said, I'm gonna go home because I want to be able to work on the laptop, and this looks quite cool, doesn't it? The scaffolding here. I won't be able to work on the laptop, make sure I've got secure internet connection, because that's a bummer all the time, and that's holding me back in terms of time, really, you know, because I need to find not only a good place to sit and stuff, and I don't want to mess around with that right now. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And good thing is I've got my food at home, I've got coffee, so I'm fine. By the way, what's cool in the hotels is you get like free water all the time. You know, free towels, free water. Well, at least if it's a 5-star hotel, you get all that stuff. It's 11:30. I'm having like 200 grams of blueberries, like a little snack, and I'm going to do my editing now, because that's the only time spot in the day I really have to cut and edit the video. And I also want to answer some questions, because these are really great questions you guys are asking, and it would be a shame if I just answer them for that one person, because it might get missed by other people not reading it, and I think they're valuable. So I'm gonna pick some of those, answer them while I'm, you know, having my little blueberries here. So I want to address a question from Jonas. He's saying, are there any diets which are, in my opinion, bullshit? Now the question is, what does bullshit mean? Okay, seriously. In terms of diet, there are so many diets out there that I personally can't say I know all of them. But what I can say is that I think if a diet is too specific, narrowed down into, let's say, a banana diet, right? Like, or you just eat bananas for 30 days, or liver, or I don't know, just a water fast, or something like that, which is too extreme for an extended period of time. I would obviously say, out of a health perspective, that doesn't make any sense. Not at all. So these things where you go low carb, or very low protein, very low fat. There's so many things in terms of studies showing you that we need an essential bit of all of them. The only reason why you would cut down, let's say, on carbs or on fat or on protein is because you have a pathology, an underlying pathology, meaning like a sickness or anything related that you are sensitive to some of these elements and you're not able to eat them. Let's say you're a celiac, right? You're gluten intolerant. Then you obviously shouldn't be eating that. That's how I see it. But I always say, you know, go with your sufficient amount of protein, that you have that covered in terms of macros, then eat like around 20% fat and the rest carbs. That's the way I do it always as a starting point, and then from there you bundle up you change it and switch it around however you respond to that diet. And that's for every single person on this planet. It's different. That's why I offer my coaching packages and say, guys, this is where we start, and then I'll take you from there, and we'll work with what you have and how you respond personally. Because it's always easy saying, yeah, go into your calorie deficit and so on, but some people just don't freaking get there where they want to be, and that's that really. I don't know. I mean, long talk for a short answer. Hope that helped you. So the next question I want to answer is from Zach, and he's saying like he's 15 years old and he's doing some upper body workouts. He feels like he's quite skinny, but he wants a body like I have. And he says, well, I heard I should be eating a lot, but he doesn't know the balance between eating and working out. So if you feel like you're skinny, and let's say if you're 6 foot tall and you're 86 kilos, you are quite skinny. But that's not a big deal. I mean, there are body types out there. We haven't talked about body types yet on this channel, which is mesomorph, ectomorph, and endomorph. And these just determine sort of, you know, there are more body types we know now, but these are sort of the 3 standards most people talk about. Ectomorph is like the skinny guy who has trouble gaining weight. Endomorph is like the fat guy who has trouble losing weight. And mesomorph is like the superhero in the middle who just needs to look at a weight and he bulks up, right? So whatever you are in this, and they're mixed from skinny, fat, and so on. Anyway, so what you should be doing in terms of eating is you should be in a calorie surplus. You should be eating more, obviously, than your maintenance, because you're not going to be gaining weight and you're not going to be gaining muscle if you're not eating enough. If you're eating in a calorie deficit and you want to build or bulk up muscle, that just doesn't work. We know that by now. So that's the first thing. Eat more. Now, how much more? What I would recommend in terms of bulking up is not to go crazy in terms of eating more food, like 1,000 or 2,000 calories in a surplus, because what will happen eventually, even if you go then and work out, you will gain fat. I mean, you will gain more fat than muscle. So therefore it's the same thing in terms of losing weight. Building muscle is a longer process. Bulking up, getting bigger is something that doesn't happen overnight, as well as losing weight. So therefore I would go in a surplus of 500, maybe maximum 700 calories, and then hitting the gym, depending, I mean, you said you're doing beginner workouts, you're probably going to the gym 3 times a week. I would start with full body workouts and then specifically target, you know, maybe an upper and a lower body split or something like that. And yeah, if you like weights, you do weights. If you like body weight stuff, you do body weight stuff. At the beginning, it doesn't really matter, because as a beginner, you're going to be stressing your body anyway. Yeah, I hope this helps you a little bit. I mean, it's very hard based on the information I get here to give you an exact detailed answer of what is going to be optimal for you. I mean, that's why we have these coaching packages on my website, where I then dig into this and I'll take you by the hand and take you through the process of whatever you want to get to in terms of your goal. So just bear that in mind when you ask me these questions. I try my best to answer them and give you the most advice, like the general advice I can, but yeah, just don't take it too serious, because I don't have the actual information I need, like your fitness level, like your diet. What is your diet like right now? What is your goal? So I need more detailed information, and yeah, just want to mention that. Tiago is asking, Mark, what's your opinion on saunas? What do you think about it? Because he's doing every day 15 to 20 minutes after his workouts. Now, one thing I want to clarify about saunas. First of all, I love saunas myself, and I do them after my workouts as well. But there's a misconception of what a sauna really is. A sauna is not a relaxing tool. A sauna is a stressing tool, because your body gets heated up to, you know, I mean, the sauna is normally 95 to 100 degrees or something like that if you go to a really hot sauna. And that puts stress onto your body, because your body needs to, what your body wants to do is cool down, right? Because you're putting yourself into this extreme environment of heat, and that is additional stress onto your body. So that's just something you need to know about, that it's not a relaxing tool. It is a stressing tool for your body. So you're making your body more resistant to heat. That's what it really is. But what it then does, the benefit of going to the sauna, is you are able, because you're sweating a lot, to release like toxins in your skin and in your body. So they go out with the sweat during the sweating period. But then one thing you need to always make sure is that you rehydrate, or are hydrated before going into the sauna, that you have a cold shower afterwards, and start from the extremities to the heart, not the other way around. Yeah, these are the sort of things I would watch out for when I go into a sauna. But that said, I think it's a great tool to use. Maybe not every workout. Maybe I would do it, let's say, 2 to 3 times a week. But yeah, it's also a preference, really, at the end of the day. Alright everyone, I got home early. It is 7:30. I made something to eat. I just want to show you. I basically made 6 egg omelette and 2 massive chicken breasts and a little bit of sweet chili sauce just to spice it up a little bit. Now honestly guys, I didn't do the exercise today. I must say I failed you. I feel like I failed because I really just, honestly my body was telling me don't do it. And it has to do with a couple of things and I know why. I think first of all my sleep was really shit this night and I needed to wake up early again to get to my client. And this is the thing, I mean, it's so draining and I want to keep this real. I want to not say, you know what, I just did it and you know I'm a superhero, I can do everything. The challenge isn't over, you know, just or failed because I didn't do it. I still stuck to my diet. I just didn't do the exercise. But at the end of the day, you know, it's something you have to be real about. Sometimes challenges are there to not complete them fully or to fail at some point. What I can say is I will definitely gonna be eating this and then I'm gonna have a long sleep tonight, so I'm ready for the last 2 days, which I definitely want to do. I'm not gonna do something like, oh yeah, just because I didn't do the exercise I'm gonna do another day. I'm just gonna cut that crap. I said 30 days. I'm gonna try my best to complete all of it, and I did. So far I missed in total now, what was it, like 2 days where I did just 900 reps instead of 1,000. 1 half day, and today a full day, which I couldn't do. So that's where we're at. But body wise I'm really happy. I'm sort of really much on track and I'm so looking forward to showing you guys this. And I hope you appreciate me being honest to you and not just lying, you know. The thing is, if you're on steroids, if you're taking sort of drugs, you can push through this because you've got all these chemicals inside you which keep you sort of going, and you're mentally like I don't know, super focused, and you don't give a shit. Even if your body tells you stop, you can still keep going, and that's why these people look differently to people who don't take it. That's just how it is, guys. I hope you appreciate that. Anyway, so I'm gonna be eating this now, then I'm gonna go to sleep, hit the pillow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So keep punching the like button, punch the subscribe button, and as always, good night.